I don't agree with one type of content necessarily. I agree that I believe it's important for people to think laterally versus just like in front of you. I want people to expand their minds in different aspects, which is why this channel, I believe, and I did my master's, so technically this is like a university kind of format. I'm implementing what I taught, or not I'm implementing what I studied and researched into what I'm doing right now on this channel, okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm now using and utilizing my research from what I had done in the past, which was many years ago, into a scholarly like environment on, oddly enough, YouTube, because when I was in university, YouTube was just coming to be. So this is a new platform to even comprehend having an actual full-on 4-dimensional course structured school in the space. So I'm using this space to utilize a larger spectrum. You can see it as like, it's like different sections will teach you different layers. Okay, so I did, when I was in the 80s, okay, I used to play Nintendo, the consort Nintendo, like the original Nintendo that was gray in a box. Okay, and because those were much complicated, they were much harder video games. They were much harder video games back then. You had to think through the process and put things together for this game to actually like work. Whereas now you just get on the internet and you just like press buttons and boom, you're like together with like a whole bunch of people. Different story. I don't play games like that now. I use my platform as a directional kind of like format. There are different levels to my channel, which means that it is actually a school. So you have to get to certain parts of the channel to understand how it's all put together. But the first video I've done, or the first video that's on the page, which is the Sony Yamaha Apple Isamiyaki Rachi Sakamoto, basically breaks down the whole reason why I'm doing this in the first place. So this is not a thing that I was thinking about and it was just like a random thing. This is something I'd been working on for years, since 2003, before the internet. Before the internet, I was doing other things. And so everything that I'm doing here is being brought together from what I've researched and studied and analyzed and placed onto this channel, because look, I mean, at this point I basically own this channel, right? Nobody else is doing it for me. I am putting everything together, even my websites. I've built my own websites. So if you look at how I've put it together and structured the format, you can see that there are actually different levels. Now, to get to the first few levels, you have to know a little bit. So consider it's a little bit of a game, or a game changer, let's put it that way. It's a game changer. Everybody will learn how this works eventually, we'll see. So, a new format, right? It's a new formatted situation. So I'm gonna just put some music in the background. I can't do this with this mic, so I'm using, but we'll use this, and then I'll work a little bit on. Okay, so I produce my own music as well. Okay. So I guess that this would be like the theme to my music, right? Theme to my channel. Okay. So my channel is all about making people think and focus and concentrate better, because there is a dilemma in the United States right now. The teachers and education departments are telling people that people are not reading enough. They are not learning enough. And their attention span is absolutely tragic. So, because I know that, and I was teaching music, or the arts, or like I was just teaching in general, The change has to come with social media. And if people like teachers do not step up and use social media to transform and change the mindset of how people are absorbing social media, we are in a really bad situation as the entire universe, our planets. We are in a dilemma. Right now, if that is not changed and altered, we are going to lose our capabilities. So instead of having the social media platforms control us, we create our own systems within the social media platforms. And that is how we're going to transition this. If you are a teacher and you don't have a job, this is the time now to actually resolve the problem and learn the skills and understand how something like YouTube can help change the process of how people are absorbing technology. And without that, we are going to lose, we're going to lose it. We're going to lose the focus, the angles, the structure, the analysis. Everybody that was thinking that I think the biggest problem right now is that everybody thinks that hitting buttons and pressing to create attention is the solution to pushing out your videos. And I'm going to tell you something right now, that is the worst thing people can think to become a viral sensation. That is not how it should be, and we need to change the process of how we absorb technology and social media right now before it's too late. Because I'm already seeing it. If people are already complaining that the students are no longer integrating their minds into their education system at schools, the first place to solve the problem is to start the schools in the social media platforms. And I have started my own school in the space using 4 different levels of skills. And I have them in 4 different playlists. So that's my starting point, okay? That is important. I think people do not understand that this is like a big problem. Let me go into the digital art today. I don't know if I have everything on my computer, but I will work my best with what I have. Let me just put this here. That's just my, okay. So what we're going to do now is welcome in. So I think, even though I have music in the background and I know this mic is not 100% fantastic, I do have the other section, which is the landscape version. But I want to be, conscious about the fact that I have been teaching in the education departments, and because they call me a polymath, which is somebody who's able to absorb different types of things at once and build onto the evaluations of each different type of skill, which is exactly what I do. I can do the fashion, I studied fashion, I did music. It's like I can absorb an immense amount of things and bring it together, which is, I don't know if everybody teaches that, but this is what I do in this space. So I'm breaking down the barriers, first of all, to acknowledge that the education systems are failing because social media has taken over so much that the students are so focused on getting those viral videos that it doesn't give you, it gives you instant gratification, but it's not a long-term growth. And my channel deals with the long-term process. I have blockers on my channel. I make sure that this place is safe and people don't feel uncomfortable when strange people make funny comments. I can block those as well, so I have the tech skills to understand the back end. But I do think that if you are a teacher right now and you're lost out of a job situation, start a school in the space right now to help students. I think people don't realize how hard it is to grab people's attention once kids think that they have complete control over the space, which is where the short feed comes from, the vertical feed. You have TikTok, you have YouTube Shorts now, you have the Facebook, and they think that this is how life is. Now, I know that when I was living in a world without social media, we had to think differently. We had to invent our own vision, our own ideas, our own goals. That's why a lot of the people that had created and invented things were Gen Xers. I'm a Gen Xer, okay? Not like there's stuff that happened before, but the invention of technology started from a little before Generation X up to Generation X up to like now they have apps. People are constructing apps. So I just want people to be aware that I'm playing a different game on this platform. I'm playing a game of making sure people have the cognitive skills to focus. I find that focus is absolutely out the window right now on social media, okay? So even though I have some cool things to do, I'm also a teacher, and I am 46, turning 47 this year. And I feel like if you are my age or older, and you don't have something to do right now, this is the time to build a school or a platform that can save basically humanity. Because we are seeing the decline in human cognizance in schools at the moment, that it's actually becoming very, very scary. So that's my biggest takeaway from doing this, is that I know that it is something that is absolutely vitally needed right now on social media, okay? If people are focused and zoomed in on doing social media that much, we should do something to change the perspective on social media and switch it before it's too late. Okay, that is really what I'm basically establishing here, is I've established that this is where we are right now in society, is that it's just, if we don't catch it now, it's going to be too late. And before you know it, we're all going to be like, I don't know what we're going to be. Nothings. Okay. And if you have your, you can zoom in and zoom out. I do not have a storyline right now. I have a few other images that I need to put on here. Hold on. Cables, you gotta love cables. But I know that I tried to do all Bluetooth and it backfired. So you still need the cables, unfortunately. Okay, so if you want to zoom in, I'm gonna move this over here. So now you're going to look at this side. Okay, so we're first going to focus on the digital stuff, right? Okay. Oops. Okay, so that's what we have right now. If you're interested to see what I'm working on right now, you feel free to zoom in and zoom out. Yeah. So if I am speaking to younger people, please be aware that my space is a classroom, and I'm expecting people to learn stuff. I'm not just an entertainment space, okay? That's basically it. Okay, so now we're going to go into digital products, right? Because I had basically continued with that. So if you are a teacher, and if there are teachers out here, I highly recommend teachers build their own little schools in the YouTube universe. Why? Because this is a good starting point to building the cognizant, focused, analytical mind that we need to, because it's important, or else we lose it. And then we forget that it literally starts from home, doesn't it? It starts from home. Okay, let's see which ones I haven't put in. I don't have a storyline yet. I mean, I sort of do. These characters are going to eventually save the universe, but that's the end goal. I first need to figure out how they're going to save the planet, right? Maybe they come from different parts of the planets, and then we start talking about where everybody comes from, right? I could eventually, and then how they come together as a team. I don't know if I have all of the images. Just see if I need to move something first. I think I'm going to move things around now. So yeah, the whole motto of this is these characters coming from all parts of the world or from different planets, and they're going to save our planets, and then, yeah, all of that. I'm still writing up the storyline, but I have the characters now, so that's important to start with. I needed to visualize where we're going here. And this will eventually be a digital download, and I'll have the storylines and stuff written in. Okay, so that's step number one. This is pre-created images that I've already constructed. If you're interested to zoom in and zoom out, feel free with your phone, you can absolutely do that. I think I need to move, where are these characters? Oh, we can go, okay, hold on. And the other ones are on my, yeah, hold on. Wait, let's do. I need to remember how I put this together when I first started imagining the imagery. I think that's closer to what we're dealing with here, okay? Okay. So, I mean, I know there are a lot of stories that are created to save the planets, but I think if you come from a different angle, it might be kind of like an interesting approach. I'm still thinking about it. I might have, okay, so now. Okay, and the music in the background here I produced, if that helps. Okay, so we're playing around with different ideas. Welcome in. If you're interested in zooming in and zooming out on your phone, you can see what I'm busy working on. I have to swivel around. I've pre-created these images, and I'm now placing it in a digital format, and then I can create this as a digital download on my own personal site that I've built. So digital downloads are like a thing now, right? Everybody's making money off of digital downloads. So that's the step number one. But before you get to this, you need a concept, an idea, or a vision, right? I have other ones that you can find on the links that you see underneath the lives of my personal digital downloads and what I've already constructed. Two of them happen to be on the Amazon Kindle books, but then I've also created into a download as well. So they're like a few things that I've done here. Now I'm creating something that's a little bit more like commercially an interest. And I remember I was teaching I was teaching basic anime drawings and sketches, and I have all sorts of books. But that's not what I'm technically doing on my channel. I mean, I have so many things that I'm doing that I'm not focused on one particular. I've already done all of that stuff. I've done the basics and the introduction into painting on this channel. If you're interested on that, feel free to go through my playlists. Okay, I have 4 playlists. Music production, how to create music, which is the combination of the two. I have a business format, which is far more advanced. You have the art and the fashion. Okay, so that's what I teach in my school here. It is a school. It's all me. I've done everything myself. I don't have a team. I am the team. Okay, so that's how I'm kind of putting this together. Okay. Okay, so that's where I am right now. If you have any questions, feel free. I will, in a little bit, I'll be working on music production, so I'll work on a new piece completely, and we're gonna take it from there. Now, I can't necessarily use my iPad where I create beats from GarageBand and then transfer it into Logic Pro X, but I have some sounds that I've kind of worked with before, and I'm going to utilize those next. So sometimes I use my phone, and then sometimes I use my iPad because I have GarageBand on both, and it's great to create beats from the formats. Okay, so you can see now. If you zoom in and zoom out, you can see what I'm doing. It's going to be a lot clearer. Now, I haven't written anything in yet. This is preset like words, so it's probably like, I don't know. Sounds Latin to me. Dolo, yeah. So I need to change that. That's not English. Okay. So now I have to write a storyline, right? The beginnings of where we're going to take this idea. I don't know where it's going just yet, but I'm definitely thinking about the vision, right? And because I set up my own sites, if you want to learn how to put a site together, I can teach people how to do that as well. Because I set up my own sites, I can now put this directly on my site, and I've set out the payments and stuff directly on my thing, and then I put it together, okay? I need this character to come back in, figure it out. So this could be like the planet, right? Hold on, this is the planet. So we're saving the planet. This is like the whole universe. She's holding the whole universe in hand. So we're gonna use this as the theme, right? This is like the lights will go out or something. Just like Dragon Ball Z, you have all the 5 like Dragon Balls. They have to find the Dragon Balls, right, in the universe to save, I don't remember what it was, to save the dragon or to get the dragon. I can't remember the whole storyline. I remember watching that when I was in Japan as a kid. Yeah. In Japanese, before it arrived in the United States. So that's my, like, I lived in Japan, if that makes any sense. Okay. Let me just go back into this. Did I transfer? I don't think I transitioned or transferred. Oh, I missed out on one. Hold on. Waves? I don't think I put that in there. Did I put it in there? No, I did not. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put this in. Hold on a second. Let's just go into this. photo library. Okay, so that already exists, meaning I didn't put it in here. Sorry, in here yet? Oh, I have a few that I missed actually, okay. Sorry. And I have a whole bunch of other ones that I've just have not. Hold on a second. So I've created these images. Both a combination of both by hand and with AI, and I've kind of molded the ideas together. But I had to create the vision first and the idea before I could actually like jump into manifesting it on like a three-dimensional perspective, right? So I knew the idea of what I wanted to do for the characters, and then I wrote it down, and then I sketched out general ideas, and then I transformed that into what we have here. Right, so the storyline is here, and then I modified backgrounds and I adjusted things around. So that is what we're dealing with. So you can see each character has their own kind of. It took me time though. It took me time to do this. Welcome in. Thanks for popping over. Okay. Later on, I'll be producing music, but the music in the background is what I produce. Okay, so that's the difference. I call myself a director besides an educator because I can put together, if I really need, I could put together a whole thing and make it work because I have the basic skills of how to put this together. Like this is not like an imaginative thing. I mean, this is what I studied for, right? So that's what we're playing with here. We're working on different imagery. Okay. Thinking about the storyline. I'm brainstorming it right now, but I think it's going to have something to do with saving us from destruction of some sort as humans, right? I think right now a good example of that vision is perhaps the decline in human stable mind. Like our minds have shifted because of social media, right? So we're at a stage of decline, that's where we are right now. So the whole point of, I think this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to create this as like that kind of concept, right? Our minds are completely incapable of holding focus enough to focus. So I think this will be a starting point, just like 1984 by George Orwell. In that book, I don't know if anybody's read it, but in that book, I don't have it with me. I don't know where, I think it's with my parents. But in that book, it's almost like the Matrix, right? They have like a big brother, and then at the beginning, they're trying to, like, it's a combination of both. They're trying to burn books because it's not, they don't want people to read, right? They want to be controlling people. So books are now burnt in 1984 in the book, George Orwell's book. So we're right now living what George Orwell predicted in his book, unfortunately. So now we have to reinvent what is the decline and how to reinvent the positive direction we can now take from here on out. And I think that's where I am right now with this. And my channel is an educational channel. I might have all of these things, but I am teaching people what is going on here, okay? Yeah. So I'm an academic. I am probably, if you're a young person on the vertical, I'm probably your parents' age. Okay, just so that's, if you're not, welcome in anyway, it doesn't matter. It's like all ages are welcome. I just want to be clear that I would not be your age. Would not be 25, 17, none of that. 46 would be it. Double the age, okay? But I definitely know how to play with my technology, that's for sure. I know how to work the internet, if that helps, yes. If you want to learn how to work the internet, you come to the right place. You don't have to be a young person to figure it out. I've already done it. Okay, maybe I just call it nomadics. Like a series. Which is the name of my company, right? Okay, nomadics. The decline, that's great. Decline of civilization. Okay. The decline of civilization. Ooh, I like it. Chapter 1. What are we going to call it? Okay. By Cinta. Okay, so I want to change that into a different font, maybe? Edit. Font. Did that make a difference? Yeah, that's good. I might adjust that later. The decline of nomadics, the decline of civilization. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. In a world of decline. Group of strangers come together. Oh gosh. Okay, wait. Let me just say chapter 1. Part 1. The Big Bang. In a world of despair. A group of strangers come together from around the universe. Hold on a second here. to around the universe to save the last remaining civilization. Last remaining, yeah, I guess civilization. On Earth. Let's do it. Okay, now I'm going to write a story of what's really happening on the decline of human civilization's mind frame. We are at a decline because social media has completely distorted our reality. Okay, so we need to switch that concept and change it. This is what this is going to be about, is that this is going to be the talk of the switch and how these people are going to come together to save the planet from complete, complete loss. And then, this is going to be interesting. Okay, let's see what happens here. So it's no longer just playing video games, and I have heard the news about Sony and the consort and all of the stuff that's going on, but yeah, that's not really what I'm focused on. I'm focused on the construction and development of a bigger picture, which is where I guess this is going to come into, right? So this is where we're going to go. Okay, civilization. So I'm going to just point your ideas on here right now. I will expand the idea later. And then this could eventually be translated into different languages, I guess. Okay. Great value is being lost into the abyss of technology. But because it is not being used wisely, humanity is losing control. On a very rapid and serious state of their own destruction. So that's where we are right now. I'm busy writing the storyline, and I'm going to do a preface of what we are experiencing right now in society, in this comic, okay? Because we know that stories create the real life realness of what's happening. Now we need to recreate stories to reverse engineer what is now going on, okay? So that's what I'm doing here. An educational comic. Interesting, right? There you go. So I'm gonna just put the pinpointers on here for now. I don't have everything ready yet, but we're gonna just start with the basics, right? What are we going to do here? Who's gonna save what? How are we going to resolve the issue? What is the planet going to do to save itself? That is the storyline here, which is, and I have a whole bunch of other images that I have to pull out of my other space, which is on my phone and my iPad. So because I'm using both, I cannot do that right now. But yes, you can, this is creating a storyline, okay? But books imitate the preface of what could happen before it happens, just like George Orwell is a good example of how that re-envisioned imagination happened and how it actually did come true. Whether we like it or not, he was actually predicting the future by writing it down and having thousands of people reading it, because that was the book that we used in schools, right? We used that book in schools to learn from the moral of the story. And that's what we're losing now. We're losing books now, right? We're losing the interest because everybody's so focused on technology. So now we have to bring it back into another world, another dimension, and make it change. We have to switch it. We have to switch the concept. Okay. A group of superheroes from around the planet will come together to save the last remaining for the future outside of the planet Earth. Okay. Now I'm just brainstorming ideas, but this is how you generally start writing an idea. You just put things down, write it in, take it out, remove it when you need to. Let's say her name is Meet Azuki. Okay, and then I'll talk about her. Meet Kira. I'll change the names later, but we're starting with who we have here. And eventually, if people want to create games out of the idea, you can, obviously, once you have the storyline, the games could be constructed. But you have to start with something if you're going to do a game. For me, I don't do games. I'm doing business. This is a business structured kind of format, right? So yeah. Okay. So the space crew, the space team leading the path let's call it a very interesting name. I don't know what the spaceship's name is. We know the group is called Nomadics. We now have to have a team that is, well, the Notron, the spacecraft, or Notron? I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't know yet. Notron, the space Notron, the spacecraft. Gosh. We'll change the size of the font. control that. Oh, I think I could probably. Where is that little button? Oh. I guess that wasn't it. Neutron. Okay. The spacecraft Neutron. Hold on a second. I need to adjust these images. Let's just take this out. It should be here because that's the dude in the back over there. Okay. And then we need some more sections. Okay, so today I'm just coming up with a general idea. I'm putting these images here, but I think I'll eventually expand on the concept later. But I do want to emphasize our present day and where we're going, right? That's like the whole process here. Okay, so I'm an academic, if that helps. If it doesn't help, then that's unfortunate. It should help. So as I said, my channel is all about, it's a puzzle, literally. Like I'm putting a puzzle out there and I'm seeing how far people can actually push themselves. So if you can push yourself into learning something from my channel, then you're moving to the next level. So yeah, you have to see it in different levels. My channel is all about different levels. I don't just play one-track game. I play all sorts of games here. Okay, so I know my technology and I know what I can do. And I'm with that's what I know, is I know that it's important to use technology in the right way and not use it in the wrong way, because if you use it in the right way, your mind can do incredible, incredible things. I've known when I was learning from the top of the industries, okay, from scientists and all sorts of people, the arts, top names, okay? So I'm coming from a perspective of somebody who understands not just one thing, but many layers, many layers, just like my channel has many layers. And the whole point to figuring out the maze is to figure it out from the front page and start learning how I've constructed this thing. From my websites that I've put together to why I understand art, why I understand music. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a school. It's a school. That's what I've set up a school. So it's ready when people are ready. Let's put it that way. The spacecraft Neutron. Sorry. I hope that didn't glitch anything. It was yeah, I'm using my phone for the vertical, right? And you can zoom in. If you want to see the images, you can zoom in and zoom out, okay, if you want to, of what I'm doing here, right? Okay. And in a few moments, I'm going to shift over to the music production. So you're going to see me not teaching, but doing a little bit of music production, because all the music you hear on my channel, I produce from ground zero. None of that is AI. It's all original content, right? So that's the whole thing, okay. From the decline of social media to the shift to a shift in lifestyle. All-time decline in Slack, the planet dies. Okay. The cruise ship, the crew's goal is to recreate, or is to recalibrate how technology is used, then transform right now to continue the now I don't know if anybody reads. I mean, I know people read, but this is like I'm doing an educational comic, let's put it that way. This comic is going to eventually become, I mean, we'll see what happens, but a digital book more than just a comic. So I want to have a storyline and construct that into this vision. But I want to base it off, which is what I'm doing right now, basing it off of our present day society and where we stand right now with technology and social media. So that's how I'm incorporating this into the storyline, is we're going to now use real life experiences and place it into what could go wrong versus what could be the right approach to the situation, which can change the course of civilization where we are right now. So that's basically it. And the reason why I do it on a live is because sometimes it's good for me to go back and revise the information, so I'm absorbing what I've now said and I can replace it into this kind of concept. So I try to have all my angles right, and the music is helping me because I think I'm going to use this as the theme if I ever get to like writing the actual movie or doing a video on it, is that this will probably be the theme song to this comic or cartoon or storyline. Okay. So I've eliminated needing an animator, which is what everybody was concerned about for Hollywood. They should be, because now if you have the skills to do multiple things, you don't need to have a huge company to do it. You can be your own company. You can do it yourself. You can have these skills and be completely in control of what you are constructing. Okay, so that's what I do, is I teach people how to be in complete control when everything else falls apart. Okay. Recalibrate. The crew's goal is to recalibrate how technology is used, then transforms those data points in which they transform those data points to save the minds of the what? Human civilization as we see it right now. Futures to come. Okay. Go back to the other pages. So I'm just pinpointing what these characters are going to do in the storyline. Okay, so I'll expand the vision at a later date, but this gives me a general idea of what I'm going to be constructing, right? That's like important. Okay, so we have the starting point. I just want to write a little bit more, and then we're going to switch over to music production next. Okay. I don't live on, like, if somebody says you're only allowed to do music, I'm not going to listen to them because I'm stubborn like that. I will then do something the exact opposite because that's how I think. I'm like, oh no, the whole point is to break rules, right? So I'm going to break the rules in this game. That's how we're going to do it. Breaking the rules, you can come up with a really interesting conclusion, by the way. Conclusions are always the choices that are made when you do something that is out of context. Okay, so that's the whole thing. We have this. Okay, let's just see. Then I have a whole bunch of other images, so we'll start using those later. I just want to get this together first. Okay. I'm going to shift over to my music now. I don't know what to write just yet. I need to brainstorm this. I think the first starting point was there. Now I need to just get advanced into the theories behind more. Okay, so I wrote the starting point of where we're going with the storyline. That's important. Now I'm going to just pull out the other ones to place them in order before I continue with the vision. Sorry, the vision. And you can actually see some of these images in motion on my shorts if you're interested. If you are interested. I don't know if you're interested. So you guys are welcome to see the shorts. I don't emphasize the shorts because that is not my focal point. I emphasize long content because the shorts are just a short spurt of movement. There needs to be something that's more extensive, right? You need to expand the mind. Don't just focus on the shorts, guys. You guys are focusing too much on the shorts. You need to shift over to landscape. That's where you get the real education, hey? And I don't care if somebody says, oh, I don't want to be taught. I was like, well, good luck in trying to survive this planet. It will be destructive and everything will just be lost because people have forgotten how to read books. That's like, who can forget how to read books? Maybe America, but the rest of the world still reads books. Just to let you know. The rest of the world are still reading the books. Maybe it's only in the United States that people are not reading books. It's very sad. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to a new track. I think I was starting open recent. New idea. Let's see what I have with this new idea. Close. Okay, what did I have here? I don't remember what I was doing. So we're going to test this out. I'm going to switch over. Okay, now we're going to do music. So you can watch me do the music now, okay? So I have my own little company in my own little space. I have all the equipment to make it happen, so it does help to have understanding of each one of the systems, right? If you don't have a system going, you will have no idea what to do. Okay. Hi, Dior. Before I do anything, let me just do my warm-ups. So now I'm moving into the music side. Okay, so you can see my face. So we're going to create a piece now. I don't know what the piece is going to be. I have these sounds that I got from the other day, and I haven't really done anything with them. I'll think about it. to use that. I don't know, I might take out some things just now, but let me just, actually before we do anything, let's see if we can take this stuff out. Let's extend this idea. Okay. So I think I have, okay, so what we're going to do is, I just want to take out these pieces over here. I'll just copy and paste this for now. Let's just do this. Copy. To be honest with you, when you create your own universe, which is what I'm doing right now, it's so much more fun than to play a video game. I'm telling you right now, I've played games and it's like it gets boring. Like just because you hit levels doesn't, you want to create your own universe. That's the point, right? You want to be in control of your own universe. When you're in a game, you're playing other people's systems. I teach how to create your own universe. That's the difference with my channel and some other people's. Okay. Let's just leave this for now. Let me just go back to this. You can zoom in and zoom out with your finger if you want to see what I'm doing here. These are called tracks. Okay, each one of these is called a track. And I'm layering them. I'm just creating the beat first. What I was doing just now was and now I'm creating a loop. Okay, so I just want to see quickly, hold on. Let me just see how long this is. Let me just, what's the length of this thing? I just want to know if I have a whole, I think I have a whole thing. Okay, let me just see, beat in time. Okay, I think that's like enough. I'm gonna guesstimate that that's a bit long. No, maybe I think it's fine. Maybe that's okay. So let me just continue with this because I want to get these sections in. Select. No, let's just do this, okay. Oh gosh, now I have to do it manually. Okay. Copy. Oh gosh, now I have to go through the whole, I'm sure there's another way to do this, but yeah. So you want to be knowledgeable enough to know that you don't have to necessarily hire anybody. You can just do this on your own, but you really need to know what you're doing, right? That's an important thing. Is I just refused to give in. I don't give in very easily. I'm very stubborn. I think anybody that knows me personally will tell you exactly. She's stubborn. She is her own thing. She does her own thing. She develops her own structures. That's just what I'm about. Okay. And reformatting, like, I think it's important that people understand that social media, I mean, unless you're doing it properly, you're going to just lose a sense of reality, which I think is where we are right now, right? Is we've lost the sense of reality. And to rebuild it within the space. So say, for instance, you are a teacher and you're freaking out because now these kids are not doing anything. You go onto a platform like, or you get onto a platform like YouTube and you create your own curriculum. Not just what the school tells you to do, but what you think is needed and missing on social media, because that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not waiting for somebody to tell me what to do. I do it. I make it happen because that's just how stubborn I am. And I don't listen to people. So the kids can scream and shout and cry and moan and complain. And guess what? I'm not listening to that because I don't listen to that kind of stuff. I follow my own rules. Good or bad, I follow my own rules. I take my own instructions. Yes. But create your own game. Create your own world. Have the skills and the knowledge enough to be able to do that. You know, the whole point is to get out of the controlling systems and build your own. I do it. I'm doing it all the time, every single day. I don't wait for somebody to tell me what to do. I do it myself. I am in control of my situation, of my space and my business, because I run my own thing now. I am the boss. I am the boss of my space and my business, aren't I? And the motto is to, if you're going to do it with responsibility. Be responsible if you're going to do it. Don't just do it because you can. Do it because you're doing the right thing, not the wrong thing. And that's the difference. I think it's important to acknowledge that too, right? That's how systems should work. Okay, so what do we have here? I don't think I need all of this, so let's take out this, take this out. This is like Tetris, right? I'm playing a game of Tetris. That's what it is, literally, at this stage. I think that's where my mind is right now. A game of Tetris. This is the Tetris. You have different layers and you're creating different sounds at different points. Oops. I don't know how this is going to sound, but we're going to give it a try now, okay? Let's see what I do here. Sometimes it's interesting I need to change the top section now. Okay. And that leaves us. Take this out. This is called experimenting. I tend to experiment with every single thing that I do. Leave that in. Take that out. How much more do I have? Oh, not much more. Okay, and you can listen to some of the tracks I've produced on SoundCloud. You can go onto the top of my front section of the channel, and you can see in the bio, it actually has links. And I put those links together myself. I do not have a team. I am the team. And the links will direct you into different parts of whether it's the music or Poshmark. I built my own little Poshmark section. It's all there. It's all there. So build your own systems. That is my whole, I think that's the moral of the story here, is don't rely on other people's systems. Build it yourself and figure out how to make this thing work, right? That's not thing, but life in general, right? Yeah. Once you get to this point, this is called the master gamer. This is called the master gamer. The master gamer knows how to build their own systems. That's what this is. Oh, that already sounds more interesting. Okay. So now we're going to do this. I'm busy. Well, welcome. And if you don't know me, my name is Cinta. Feel free to check out my channel. As I have said many, many times, this is a channel that's educational, partly entertainment, but mainly educational. So if you are going to subscribe, make sure that you know that this is something you want to take seriously. And if it's not, then maybe it's not the place for you to be. If I take my stuff seriously. Somber, but I like it. Okay, so we're gonna do, I think, save in the meantime. Shave. Okay, and now we're going to do. I should technically, that's fine. change the sound. Okay, we're gonna leave it here right now because I don't know what to do with it. I need to come up with some more stuff. Okay? Yeah. C minor. So let's do this over again. Oh, it's muted. That's why I can't hear it. Wait. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do. Okay. I was doing the digital art just now, but I switched over to music production because I do like multiple things. If that makes any sense. Because I don't listen to the, oh, you need to do one niche. I do not agree with that. So I do not follow a niche. I develop my own entity because I think originality is more important than following a trend. I can't stand people who follow trends. It drives me nuts. I'm like, can't you guys think for yourselves? Come on. Really now, really. Create your own trend. Be the trendsetter. Simple. Not hard. I don't know. Let's see what I can do here. I just want to see what oh, there's quite a bit actually. Okay, interesting. Okay, I think I'll use that for now. Okay. Okay, it's very flip-flop that, okay. Don't know if it's perfect, but that's okay. We'll work with it. Okay, I just want to see how long I've been on here for. Almost an hour. Yeah, okay. I will be off just now. Okay. Let me save that for now. I think there's more to do here, but let me just save in the meantime. Always save the stuff. Yes, I do everything manually, folks. I don't just use AI for whatevers. I do manual work. That is what my setup is it's all manual. Yeah. I'm 40. I love to remind people I am 46 years old and I am not 26, but I understand technology better than most. So that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. We'll start with that. It's fine. Oh, what did I do here? Did I change the whole element? Oh, it's fine. Randoms. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, I think we can use that. That's awesome. Hold on, let's see. It's like a little data sound. Okay, we're gonna use that. It's bizarre, but I'm loving it. I like it because it's just so wacko. Love it. Okay, I think that's good for now. Interesting. I'm making all sorts of noises here. So my name is Cinta. Welcome in if you don't know me. If you know me, welcome in anyway. And thanks for popping over again. And I do many things. I create my own systems because I know lots of different fields and I can put everything together in many different ways. And I did my master's. So that helped me to think outside the box. So I have brought the outside the box inside YouTube to pull out different ideas. And that's what I do. Okay, save that. So earlier I was just busy working on my like catalog layout, which is here. I can always zoom it back in so you can see that I'm doing both. Let me just move this. So I'm not just catalog like a comic. Like I'm just creating a comic so you can see what I'm doing here. So a comic, just move it a little bit so you can see I alternate, because that's how I work. I work with alternating ideas and concepts, but knowing that this consistent process has been going on for many years. This is nothing that just happened overnight. This is years of manifestation, right? You manifest your ideas by working through processes over time. Oops. Over time. This is not just an overnight thing. Okay. So I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to go back and work on this idea while I have this music playing in the background. Oops. Just because I can. And then I can think about the rest of it, right? Let's just shift this over down to here in the meantime. So instead of having social media take over your life, you create a system inside the social media. Like creating like your own little tiny itty bitty universe, which is what I like to do. I like to create things. I like to create things because I am wacky doodle. Oh, I have Poshmark. Actually, I have to go, folks. I have to do my Poshmark. Okay, I do have to go. I have to get my Poshmark done. So now I have to move on to my Poshmark. Thanks for stopping by. If you are interested in more of the stuff that I do, feel free to look at my channel. It's like 4 curriculums in one big channel. So I do I'm teaching, I have a school. I've created a school, let's put it that way. Okay, have a good one.